So one of my first videos to ever come out on this YouTube channel was how to pick a game to start streaming on Twitch. But it's been over a year now since that video came out, and I've learned a lot, and some of my opinions have changed. Hey guys, I'm Doro44, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to pick the right game to start streaming on Twitch and to help you grow your audience so that you can get ahead. I'm going to share with you some tips and advice that I've learned in the past year to help me grow my average viewership all the way up to 65 average viewers. So if you like the video, leave a like down below. It'll help the video get pushed out to more streamers that are looking to grow on Twitch. And if you like streamer help content, consider subscribing to the channel. Videos come out every week helping you guys grow your Twitch streams. And if you have any more questions that I didn't answer in this video, leave a comment down below or hop on by my stream. We play Genshin Impact and talk about this stuff all the time. We'd love to have you. So I want to preface this video by saying this. Guys, there is no one game that'll help you get thousands of viewers or help you grow magically overnight. Spoiler alert, I know, but it's different for everybody. Content creation, I say this all the time, is all trial and error, trying to see what works and what doesn't work. When I first started streaming, I was streaming The Witcher 3, and at that time I thought to myself, oh, I'm just gonna be a Witcher streamer. That quickly changed, and I moved over to RPGs. And then I moved over to Animal Crossing, and if you guys know, that didn't go all as planned. So then I started playing Dark Souls games, and I built my community around that early on. And then I moved over to Souls-like games, and then community games, and then now, Genshin Impact. When you start to see something not work, you have to try new things to see if that'll work. Funny thing is, when I switched over to Genshin Impact, my average viewership dropped, and I almost gave up. And then something happened where my average viewership started climbing, and then my community started growing faster than ever. So take it from me, guys. It's gonna take a little bit of time to find what works for you and what you enjoy doing, but you can't be afraid to try new things, because that's how successful streamers become successful. So with that preface out of the way, let's just get into the video. There are two ways that you can do this. You can either A, be a variety streamer, or B, what I do, stick to one game and build content and a community around that one game. Now, I know for a lot of people, it's not easy to just play one game. You might not even have one game that you can stand to play all the time, and I get that. Most streamers are variety streamers, and guys, let me tell you, you can become a Twitch partner. You can grow as a variety streamer. I will say that playing one game and making content and building your community focused around that one game is easier, and you will see growth probably faster than playing a variety of games. But what I'm going to show you in today's video is how to strategically pick games so that you don't dip in your viewership as much. But for my people who want to play one game and only just stick to one game like I do, this is the criteria that I would look for when searching for that game. I would say first and foremost, pick something that actually has viewers that watch that game on Twitch. It can't be a dead game. If it's a dead game, you're not going to grow from it. Second, I would look for a game that has constant expansions and updates so that it keeps the game fresh for you and your viewers, and it gives you more content to produce. I'd also look for something that possibly has a community aspect to it where you can play with your viewers. For me, with Genshin Impact, every week I play with my viewers. It helps your viewers stay engaged and part of your stream. And then last but not least, find a game that you enjoy, guys. If you do not enjoy the game at the end of the day, it's going to show on camera and it's going to show on your stream. People are going to pick up on the fact that you're not enjoying the game, and it's going to make your streams miserable. And for my people who do want to play bigger games like Apex, Warzone, World of Warcraft, games where you're going to be buried at the bottom, I highly suggest you also create content on that game or about your streams on other platforms to help build your audience. Otherwise, if you're just streaming in that category and that's all you do, you're going to be buried at the bottom. So there's nothing wrong with playing a bigger game. You just have to put in extra work by making TikToks or YouTube shorts, Twitter clips, things to promote your stream so that you can gain more viewers, so that you can climb up in that directory, because you're going to be buried at the bottom, especially if you're just starting off. Now, what if you're a variety streamer or you're just starting off in the streaming game and you want to maximize your potential for early growth? What should you do? Well, niche games, guys. I'm going to show you exactly what I used to do, and I still do if I do choose to pick a different game to stream that day. All right, so first and foremost, go to twitch.tv and then go over to the browse section of the website. The range that I usually look at for games is minimum 500 viewers, maximum 2,000 to 3,000 viewers. If you're just starting off, I'd stick around 500 to 2,000. So once you're down here, just scroll through the games and write down 5 to 10 different ones that you'd be interested in playing. Once you write all of them down, click into each game because we're going to look at something next. Now, the reason why we want to look within the game, we're looking for a few things. First and foremost, how many viewers there are watching that game currently. Secondly, how many people follow this game category. And then third, and probably most important, how balanced are the viewers within streams. Looking at Hades right now, the biggest streamer has 142 viewers. Going down to the next one, it's 96, then 87, 71, and then it slowly, gradually goes down. This to me is a very healthy viewership for a game. The viewers are spread out in a good way, and it gives you a better chance of growing within this game. Unlike a game like Super Mario Odyssey, where the first streamer has 606 viewers, but then everybody else from there is at 15, 14, 13. There's not that much room for growth here in this game. So once you dwindle down that list that we wrote earlier with games that have a healthy viewership and viewers are spread out pretty well, we're going to go to another website called Sully Gnome and Twitch Strike. Now, Sully Gnome is a very powerful tool, guys, and you've probably heard about it before. This website is going to allow you to see a bunch of different analytics for different video games. So when you look up your game, like Hades on Sully Gnome, I usually have it on 7 days for the past week, and then we're going to look at these numbers up top right here. Pay attention to the average viewers to average channels. So if you see here, there's 2,840 average viewers for this game in the last 7 days. And the average channels that are streaming this game are 148, meaning there are more viewers than there are channels that are streaming it, which is really good for people who are just starting off and want to get some viewers early on. Now, you don't want to just look at that because, for instance, if we look at Apex Legends, which is a really big game, it definitely has more viewers than there are channels, but that game is a way bigger game and you're going to be buried at the bottom. Which another thing you want to look at is how many viewers do you get on average per stream. So let's just say you average 7 people per stream. This is where you're going to be on this directory. So if we scroll up, you're about 6 or 7 rows down. Versus Apex, where you're going to be scrolling down for a very long time until you even get to the 70s and 80s. So if you're streaming to 7 people and you're trying to stream Apex, it's going to take someone a long time to scroll and find you. And to be honest with you, nobody really does that. Which is why it's so important if you stream a bigger game like this to make content elsewhere to bring in more viewers so that you can grow in this directory, and then you can go into the 40s and then to the 50s and then just grow into the directory so that new viewers who watch this game on Twitch can find you more easily. Now, once you're done here, you go over to twitchstrike.com. This is going to give you a little bit more info that we also need before we pick our game to stream. So let's say we go with Hades again. But what I use Twitch Strike for is this channel heat map and viewer heat map. So if we look at the channel heat map, you can see that the darker squares mean there are more channels streaming that game. And you can see it by time and by the day. So if we look at Thursday at 6 p.m., it shows you that there are 63 channels streaming the game versus Wednesday at 6 p.m. there's only 46. Then next, once you take that info, go over to the viewer heat map, and then you can see, again, the darker the square, the more viewers there are. So then you can kind of see how many viewers there are on a specific day and time on average. So if we look again on Thursday at 6 p.m., there are 63 channels, but there are 2,321 viewers watching Hades at that time. So Thursday at 6 p.m. might be a good time to start streaming, or you can start a little bit early at 4 and then go until 7 or 8, and then you can get that crowd that comes in at that time. It's very important that you guys do this because this is going to help you maximize your growth potential while streaming, and especially when you first start off. This can put you ahead of a lot of people in the early game very quickly and help you build your audience quicker so that you can move on to bigger and better games. Being strategic and planning out what content and games you want to show on your stream is very crucial, guys. I see so many streamers who just kind of play whatever they want, or they're all over the place. One day they're playing Call of Duty, the other day they're playing Life is Strange, and their viewership is just going up and down. Now, if you're just streaming for fun, go for it, do whatever you want. But if you're looking to grow and keep your viewership for the most part, you have to think about what games you play and stream. You can't just play whatever you want, because then your viewership is just gonna be all over the place. For this last section of the video, I'm just gonna give you a couple of rapid fire tips that I've learned along the way that I've been giving to my friends as well. First and foremost, some games are gonna do better than others, and there's just no getting around that, guys. It's all about trial and error. You have to learn how to get over the fear of trying something new. Even if it's completely out of left field, you never know. It might be the best thing for your channel. I never thought Genshin Impact would be, but it is. This is a very big one. You do not have to play a game until the end, especially if you're not enjoying it. You don't owe it to anybody to finish the game. If you see that the game is not working out, your viewership is going down, you're not enjoying the game, you don't have to finish it. Drop the game, move on to something else. People will be able to tell on stream that you're not enjoying it, and then in turn, they're not gonna wanna watch you because people wanna be there when you're enjoying something. Another thing, don't be afraid of being a variety streamer. You can 100% be successful and a Twitch partner or whatever you want as a variety streamer. I have lots of friends who are Twitch partners and they're variety streamers, guys. So don't be afraid of doing that. My next tip is that the game is actually a small portion in retrospect to your overall growth as a streamer. People put a lot of focus in on the game that they pick, and they have to pick the perfect game, and that's what's gonna help them grow. And yes, the game does help, but it's a lot of other factors too. Are you engaging with your chat? Are you creating content elsewhere? Are you socializing and marketing your streams? There's a lot to it, and the game is actually a very small portion of it. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's you and your personality. If people like you, they'll watch you. But guys, I hope you liked the video. Hopefully you found it informative and helpful. Leave a comment down below. What are you currently playing on your stream? I'd love to know. But guys, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you at the next video.